Hi everyone, welcome to the 2022-2023 Pre-K Parent Orientation video. In this video, your pre-K teachers will be sharing some information to get this school year started. We hope you find this video helpful, but after watching the video, if you should have any questions, please don't hesitate to reach out to one of the pre-K teachers. We would be more than happy to answer those questions for you. On the supply list, Play-Doh has been left off of the supply list that was published. Each pre-K student will need a 4-pack of Play-Doh. We do apologize if this causes any inconvenience for your family. Also on the school supplies, please make sure to label your child's nap mat, towel, headphones, backpack, lunch boxes, and any water bottles that they may bring to school. All other supplies such as crayons and glue and those things will be stored by the teacher and brought out as needed. We are excited to get to know your child, and we cannot wait for the school year to get started. It's going to be a wonderful year full of fun and learning.
Hello and welcome to Blanchard Elementary and to the pre-K program. If this is your first experience with pre-K, we're excited to have you and your student. My name is Karen Boyd. I've been asked to talk about our curriculum. I am one of the pre-K teachers here at Blanchard Elementary, so let's talk about curriculum. Our curriculum is aligned with the Oklahoma Academic State Standards. You're free to go out to the State Department's webpage at any time to see what those standards are, what we're going to be teaching, where we're going, and what the end result is going to be here in pre-K. The standards that we will focus on here in the classroom are for math, language arts, social studies, and science. Our curriculum that we mainly use is by Scholastic. It's the Big Day series. It has a ton of books, which of course this teacher loves. The focus of the curriculum is to build a foundation of kindergarten readiness. It is developmentally appropriate for our pre-K kiddos. You're going to find that the pre-K program is a pretty rigorous program. The expectations are high here at Blanchard Elementary, so you made a great choice in getting your child enrolled in our school. The curriculum focuses on math, writing, language arts, science, social studies, and the child's emotional development. It is a very well-rounded curriculum. However, we have some other pieces of curriculum that we will utilize here in our pre-K program. One other piece that we will utilize is the PAIN program. PAIN is a nursery rhyme curriculum that corresponds to each letter and to each number. We here at Blanchard Public Schools in the pre-K program, we focus on a letter a week. So each child will be expected to learn the nursery rhyme that's affiliated with the letters. And so of course, we're going to need your help. We will be reinforcing those nursery rhymes on a daily basis, but we're going to need your help in reinforcing those at home as well. It aligns nicely with our Literacy First assessment tool, and so your child's teacher will talk about that Literacy First assessment, but basically what it is it allows us to guide our instruction for small groups. So that's what the piece is. Learning Alive is another piece that we use here in the pre-K program. The Learning Alive curriculum is an augmented reality program. And it's just one of the modalities that we can use, another resource that we can use to help reinforce letters and numbers, shapes and colors. So it's each letter has a animal that's tied to it. And so that animal is going to come alive on the smartboard. We also have some rugs in our classrooms, some of us do, which we can use our iPads to let those letters come alive. The animals are going to teach the letter and they're going to teach the sound. So it's a really cool program that we have here at Blanchard Elementary. Another thing that we use in pre-K is the phonics dance. The phonics dance is a school-wide pre-K through second grade curriculum. So we will focus on first the letters and the sounds that those letters make. So each letter has a sound, so we'll start off with letter A here in pre-K, and so they'll be saying Abby is sad, Abby is sad, is A, showing those muscles and that long sound. So we will be expecting your child to learn those sounds as well. So we will learn the uppercase letter, the lowercase letter, and the sounds that each of those letters make. One of the other programs that we use here for handwriting is our Handwriting Without Tears. It is a program that is developmentally appropriate for the pre-K student. Our pre-K students are not ready for lowercase letters in order to write them. So we will focus first on writing uppercase letters. So all of their names, we'll be asking you and them to write them in uppercase letters. So we'll always start top to bottom and left to right. We will start our handwriting series using straight lines, then we will go to curves, and then we will start with the end with the diagonal lines. So we explicitly teach each letter, the formation, and how to do that. So that will be helpful if you help us along with that, top to bottom, left to right. Finally, our math curriculum. Now, our Big Day series does have a math component. You're going to find that we do a lot of hands-on activities as well for math. So in addition to the Big Day series, we have math objectives that we want to use a variety of methods in order to reach those goals. So some of the things that we need to learn are number sense, counting 0 to 20. That's the expectation here in pre-K. However, we know that in kindergarten, they're going to be expected to go to 115. So we're all going to be counting up to 115, but the expectation for pre-K and for the assessment piece is 0 to 20. We're going to ask them to count with one-to-one correspondence. That means counting and pointing to an object. We'll ask them to identify and write the numerals. We want 0 to 10 to be able to write those correctly. And then geometry, we'll be teaching the basic shapes: circle, square, triangle, and rectangle. And so we want to know, why is a circle? Why is a square? What makes them that? So we will teach them some explicit directions on how to identify those shapes. Measurement and data is the final piece, one of the pieces that we will be teaching, using a variety of objectives to measure, or objects to measure, and then finding out what that data tells us. So if we wanted to measure Humpty Dumpty's wall, we would maybe use not a ruler, because that's not developmentally appropriate, but we might use some Legos. Maybe we're going to use popsicle sticks. Maybe we're going to use 1-inch cubes, whatever the child decides. So we're going to be using a different object other than a ruler to measure things. Maybe we're using our feet. I mean, it's just there's so many ways that we can measure things without a ruler. So, and then graphing and ordering objects. We will be graphing on a daily basis, and then we're going to order objects by size, smallest to largest. So those are some of the things that we will be enforcing here, or teaching here at Blanchard Elementary, and that's the curriculum that we're going to use to guide that instruction. Each individual teacher might have other things that they're going to be incorporating in the learning process. So we look forward to a great year. We're excited that you made Blanchard Elementary a part of your child's first experience with education. Look forward to meeting you all and getting to know your child better. Have a great night.
My name is Ashley Burgess. I'm a pre-K teacher at Blanchard Elementary. I'm excited to meet you, and I'm excited to meet your child, and we're just going to have a fantastic school year this year. There's a few things that I would like to talk to you about. First, being illness. If your child is feeling sick, and as parents, as moms and dads, we kind of know if our child's not feeling 100% themselves. Please just don't send your child. It's okay to call the school and say, hey, my child is not feeling well, I'm going to keep them home. It's okay to do that. It's better to keep them at home and feel better than to send them to school and them not feeling their best. There's a couple of guidelines that we will be sending your child home if they have any of these symptoms. If your child has a fever that is greater than 100.4, if your child has a severe sore throat, if they have difficulty breathing, this does not include my asthma friends, if they have diarrhea, vomiting, loss of taste or a smell, any of those symptoms, we will be sending your child home. When it comes to fever, diarrhea, and vomiting, we ask that your child be symptom-free for 24 hours before they may return to school. We do have a nurse that is on staff, and we will be using her for any of our needs, of our medical needs. If your child uses medication or has prescriptions or non-prescription things that they need to take within the day, you will need to contact the school nurse to have that taken care of. Please do not send medication in your child's backpack. We are not able to put anything like Neosporin on your child's scrapes. As an educator, we're not allowed to do that. That is, I have to have written authorization from a parent or a guardian to be able to do that, and we let the nurse take care of all those things. So do not send asthma, the inhalers. Do not send even cough drops. Please do not send them in your child's backpack, because we are not allowed to give them to your child or let them take them while at school. The next thing I'm going to talk to you about is nap time. And each teacher does something different with nap time, a little bit different. What I do in my classroom might not be the same as another classroom. So please talk to your teacher and kind of find out little details that they have. Some of the things that we all do is we all use a nap mat, which we use the thinner ones. I believe it's a red and a blue nap mat. We tend to use that because it saves space. We do not want the cloth roll-up foldable ones, because we have to send those home every single week. And we like to keep the nap mats at school over the weekends and throughout the school year. So we ask that you bring the plastic nap mats instead of the cloth ones. They are so much better. And if you would, write your child's first and last name on their nap mat, so that they're able to use their nap mat for the entirety of the school year. They will have a towel, a beach towel, or some sort of towel that your child uses to cover themselves up, because we do keep the rooms kind of cool to cover up with at rest time. And please label your child's first and last name on that that towel. Some teachers ask for like loveys, like I do that, but not every teacher does. Make sure you're talking to your teacher, your child's teacher, and finding out those little details of what they specifically do at nap time. We will be sending home towels every Friday or the last day of the week, and then you will send the towel home after it's been washed the following week. So if you are like me, sometimes we're busy and we forget to wash a towel. It's okay to send a different towel on the following Monday. Just make sure that your child's name is on that mat so it can get home to be washed. They will keep their towels here for the week. They won't bring it home every day. So it'll be take it home on the last day of the week. But I believe that's it for nap time. Please, once again, just talk to your child's teacher about little details that they have for rest time, nap time, and they'll be glad to explain it to you. So, all right, we're gonna have a fantastic year. I appreciate it. Thanks. Bye.
Hi, and welcome to Pre-K at Blanchard Elementary. My name is Marisol Looper, and I'm one of the Pre-K teachers here. I think I can speak for all of us. We're super excited to meet all of your kiddos and have a really fun, memory-filled year. So today I get to talk to you briefly about our folder system and a little bit about transportation. On Meet the Teacher night, your child will get their very own folder, and inside has a lot of good information. They will use this all year long, and we talk all year long about how this is going to be their responsibility. Their responsibility to get out at night and to show you guys, and then to put right back in their backpack so that we can check it in the morning to make sure that they have everything. On Meet the Teacher night, you will find a couple of extra things. There may be some forms to fill out, but you're also going to find a Ziploc bag that we provide, and that is for extra change of clothes. It happens, Pre-K. Sometimes we just get so excited playing at a center, we don't think about what our body needs us to do. So, or even spills or things like that can happen. So definitely make sure you look in your child's folder, and also you get that baggie out and put clean clothes. First day of school, we want to make sure they have fresh clothes in their backpack. You are also going to find in your child's folder, they will have a name tag, and you need to put this on your child the first couple of days of school, however many name tags you have. You'll make sure your kiddo has it on first thing in the morning before you drop them off. We want to make sure that we have their name somewhere visible, as you all I'm sure know. If you don't call your child the right name, they can get upset. You probably do, but those of us that are learning 20 plus names, we need a little practice. So definitely make sure you put your child's name tag on them. You will also find in your child's folder, there will be what we call a car tag, and it will have their name. I just put my name on this one, but it will have their name. And then the tag color itself is your child's teacher's color. So my class will be pink, and I know like Mrs. Boyd's is orange. And so it will have your child's name on it, but it will be the teacher color. And we ask that you put these hanging from the rearview mirror when you come to pick up. And so if a teacher was calling me to know that it was time to go out to my car, they would say Looper pink, and I would know then that's my turn to stand up and to go to where the teacher tells me to wait. So definitely important. The thing is about car tags, if your child is going to be a car rider, we will not dismiss them. We will not have them go to a car that does not have a car tag. It is a safety issue. It is for absolutely everybody that goes here. So you will be provided in your child's folder 2 car tags. If you need more than that, you're more than welcome to ask your child's teacher, and I'm sure they can accommodate you. If for some reason you forget your car tag, it's just best to pull into the parking lot and walk into the front office to get your child. But if you do not have a car tag and you come through the car pickup line, we will tell you that you need to park and go to the office. We just cannot release a child to a car without a car tag, and I know you guys all can understand that because we want to make sure everybody's safe. So that is about it for your child's folder. There will be some teachers that will send home their newsletters this way, or other kind of communication may be available in their folder. But a lot of the communication we do is through Seesaw, which is an app. You will find information on, I believe, Meet the Teacher Night, if not soon after, on how to set up Seesaw, because that is, again, the very best way for you to send information to us, and we can quickly get information back to you. You will probably get our phone numbers, whether it's our direct line or if some of the teachers choose to give out cell phones. You just have to keep in mind that because we are teaching and we are busy all day long, the times that we would really be able to respond is mostly when the children go to specials, or it might be, during nap time, when everybody else is hopefully sleeping in our rooms. But anyway, so that is what you're going to be looking for in your child's folder. And again, make sure you check it, especially after Meet the Teacher Night, because there's going to be a lot of important information for the beginning of the year. Another thing I want to talk to you briefly about is you will notice that money this year, we used to have it go home in the child's folder. If you guys needed to send something for field trip, you would send it in the folder. But because of everything and COVID has changed a lot of things, we have found it just makes it a lot easier to do online payments. And so that's less, money having to go through hands and everything like that. So you will find information in your folder, be checking out, looking for it on what we call My Payments Plus, and that will be the way that you can send in money for your child's pre-K shirt or do field trip, funds for your field trip and other things. So you will get that extra information in your child's folder. The next thing I want to talk about briefly is transportation. And so we kind of touched on it a little bit with the car tags. You have to have one when you pick up your child. When you drop your child off in the morning, you will come up the gravel drive that we have, and that is just for pre-K, for unloading and loading. And you will see 3 different butterflies, and there might even be a video or something that somebody is posting probably later. Your child will, we will open the door and they will get out. Eventually during part of the year, we will be teaching them to get out of the car by themselves, but you will get plenty of communication before that happens. So that is where you will drop your child off. We have monitors in the hallway and teachers in their rooms, and so we will make sure your child gets to the correct classroom. And then at dismissal time, the children will be ready to come out to their cars. At 3 o'clock, we will have the classes ready. We will be looking for the car tags, and we will have different staff members, obviously, to receive the kiddos, to help open the doors, and just make sure that they are loading on the right passenger side, back seat. That makes it easiest. If you have a car seat, we really recommend like moving the car seat so that the kids have, the pre-Kers have easier access just to get in there, having to climb over. We definitely don't want them having to walk behind the car or in front of the car, because that's a safety issue. So the thing about the pre-K line is there is not a place for parking and there's not a place for walk-up. So if you go through the line and you don't have your car tag, we're going to tell you to pull to the front and park in the parking lot and go to the office. If for some reason maybe you have older children that are coming home with your pre-K, if they haven't been dismissed yet, because usually first and second grade, one of the grades, their specials is right at the end of the day, and then the other grade level, they're learning up until the last bell. And so they might not be down right away, because we try to get the little ones where they need to be first. And so if your older kiddos, if they're in the upper grades here, it would be best to not try to park like right at 3 o'clock and be first, because if for some reason all your kiddos are not down yet, we will ask you to kind of like we will ask you to have to get back into line, and we know that's a pain. We don't want to have to ask you to do that. So if you do have older kiddos, this is just a side note, and they're coming home with your pre-K kid, always the oldest children go home with the youngest children. That just makes sure, just makes it easier for when you have a little one. So they will be listening, not for their name. I know we talked earlier about the car tag. So if I was Loop or Pink, anybody that was in the kinder first or second and they go home with me, they would be listening for my name. And then they all get up and they walk to the door and they get dismissed together. Again, if for some reason they're not down there, you will have to continue through the loop and then get back into line. So we really hope that doesn't happen. Also, when you are having a bus kiddo, which happens, and we recommend that too if it works best for your family, you will have a bus tag that we will put on your child's backpack loop. It will have their name and their address, their drop-off location, or if maybe they ride a daycare, it would have their name and the daycare on there. That will stay on their backpack loop all year long. Do not take it off. It's to make sure that they get where they're supposed to. On Meet the Teacher Night, you will also, I'm sure, have information to fill out. If you know your kiddo's bus number, you need to put that information all down. If you're not sure, you need to check before the first day of school. We definitely want to make sure that when all of our kids get dropped off safely, that we give them all back safely. So make sure that you have the right information down if your kiddo is a bus rider. I think that covers pretty much everything. I would just like to let you know, obviously the first couple of days, first couple of weeks of school is a learning process. And so, the parking lots may be a little bit more full or a little bit more hectic. We really just ask for a lot of patience because it's a learning experience for everybody. And so we can hardly wait to see you guys and meet all your kiddos. And if you have any other questions, your teacher is more than happy to help answer those. Okay? Bye, guys.
Hi, I'm Miss Rivers, and we are going to talk about breakfast, lunch, and snack for your pre-K child. We are going to be having breakfast in the classroom each morning. We'll have lunch in the cafeteria, and then we'll have snack in our classroom again towards the end of the day. For breakfast, make sure that you send your breakfast, if you send like a breakfast and a lunch, make sure you label both with your child's name, and then make sure that the breakfast says breakfast on it. So it'll say Joey's breakfast. That way we can, and make sure that they're separate so we can just really, find them easily, and it's not an issue. And so each child, if they don't bring a breakfast, they'll receive a breakfast at school. So either way, they will eat. And then the lunch, obviously they either bring their lunch or they eat in the cafeteria. And then snack time is done differently in each classroom, so your child's teacher will let you know how they do that. All of our payments go through an online portal called My Payments Plus. So you will receive a piece of paper that looks like this. At the beginning of the year, it's going to be pretty important, so you're going to want to pin it somewhere, tape it up somewhere so that you will have it for the rest of the year. It has your child's name and your child's student ID number at the top. You're going to need both of those. So it walks you through how to add a student, how to add a payment method, and then you're going to use it for all things you would give payments for. So the elementary fundraiser, for pre-K, paying for pre-K activities, and then for their lunch account. And this keeps you from having to send any money back and forth through your child's folder through the teacher. You don't have to do any of that. And then also it allows you to check your balance at any time. So we are so excited to have your child here in pre-K, and I look forward to getting to know you.
Hi everyone, my name is Jessica Bonds. Today I will be speaking with you about two things. The first is what to wear to pre-K. It's very important that you send your child in something that is comfortable and weather appropriate. If the wind chill is above 32 degrees and the heat index is under 100, then we will go outside. We also ask that you send your child in closed-toed shoes. This helps keep their little feet from getting hurt by those wood chips. In our classrooms, we can get a bit messy. We are often painting and involved in other sensory activities. So please don't send your child in anything that if it were to get messy, you would get heartbroken over. We also keep our classrooms a little bit on the cool side. So if you would like to send a jacket and your child's backpack with them, that would be great. Please make sure that you put your child's name on the inside of any loose clothing that you send. This could be a jacket, hat, gloves, scarf. If their name is on it, we have a better chance of getting it back to your house if it were to get lost. The second thing I'm going to go over is our drills. If loud noises bother your child, I would advise that you speak with your child about what these drills are and what they're for beforehand so that your child has a heads up before we practice them at school. Our teachers will do the best they can to give our students a heads up before any drill were to take place. During our fire drill, the lights will flash and there will be a loud noise. We will line up and exit the building until we are given the all clear that it is safe to go back in. During our tornado drill, we will line up and go to our designated safe room. We will go inside and sit quietly until the all clear is given, and then we will go back to our classroom. The last drill is an intruder drill. This drill is for if there is ever a person in the building who should not be there. During this drill, the teachers will lock their doors, turn the lights off, and each classroom has a designated space for students to sit quietly until we are given the all clear. These drills can be scary for little ones, so it's a great idea to talk with your child about them. We practice these drills to keep our students safe. Thank you for listening. I am so excited to meet you.
Hi everyone, this is showing how to drop off and pick up your pre-K student. All parents for pre-K drop-off pickup will enter the gravel road that is just south of the elementary school and south of the church. This is a one-way road that you will use for drop-off and pickup. This is for only pre-K drop-off and pickup. It is single line, one-way road. When you get to the end of the gravel, you're going to take a right through the parking lot. Now in the morning you can continue on, but in the afternoon for pickup, we ask that you stop right here and do not pass this point until after 2:45. After 2:45, you may proceed. There will be a sign in place stating that. For drop off and pickup, we ask that you pull all the way forward through the pre-K circle, and you are going to stop at a butterfly. Pull all the way forward to the available butterfly. It's best to have your student on the passenger side ready to go. Now for drop off and for pickup, you may drop off and pick up your older students in the building here as well. When exiting the pre-K drop-off line or pickup line, you're going to exit and you're going to follow through this way and go up to the stop sign. Now kindergarten line is through there, so you will have to cross through the kindergarten line, but there should be a teacher out there to assist. And then once you get to the stop sign, you're free to exit as you choose. Thank you.